When you promise to love a woman unconditionally, don't expect her to move into your glass body home, to eventually want out, to use rocks to create an exit. Don't expect her to help you mosaic whole again. When she's done touching you, expect to feel newborn chapels sacred. Expect to go beyond mortal boundaries to make unreasonable changes. Don't expect her to smile. Don't expect her smile to make you feel like a god. Don't expect the goddess in her smile to make you aware you stood encompassed in black before her. Don't expect to feel that way in some point of the day, every day. When you promise to love a woman unconditionally, expect to feel King David anointed. No matter what she says, expect not to be her only lover. And you want nothing but to send her other to the front of an unnamed war. Expect to want to create a war. Don't expect her to reflect badly. When you kiss her, expect time to move molasses sweet. Expect things between you to be a sticky mess. Expect to walk on fault lines and knee quakes and heart thunder that rings in ears, but in head sounds a song you just can't shake. Don't expect her to feed your words to your heart. Expect insides turned upside down. Don't expect to regurgitate your words 1,000 times over. Expect the words to taste like shit when you speak them. When you promise to love a woman unconditionally, expect weather conditions for being the perfect storm. Don't expect her to be the perfect storm. A two-footed tempest, a masquerading pirate, a house-tossing tornado of fire and brimstone, bridge-burning Bible verse. Don't expect her to match your rough waters, cursing the wind, letting the colors fly during a hurricane. There will be cannonball bombardment battles at sea, a constant overtaking of ships. Even alone, you will lose, and it will cost more than the spoils of victory. Expect to go down with the ship. Expect to pray to Dionysus a lot. Expect a nominous Armageddon sex only to find every heaven you ascend to wanting compared to her paradise. Expect other lovers, not her. Their moves don't ring epiphanies in the dark. That when you dynamite from gut and thighs and between all points head and toe, that you are not sacred-fingered fruit. In stillness, their eyes do not quicksand savor swallow you whole. Expect rules, bone broken. Expect to moan empty a bottle of rainy day magic as you lie in bed, drunk on being abandoned. When you promise to love a woman unconditionally, don't expect her to love you back unconditionally. But when it happens, expect the wisdom that there is no other way to love. And for my next piece, hey Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out this hat. Let's try something new again. Something new-ish. When I joined the Army, Bush Sr. was president. American was coming off a Reagan-era crack high. I remember the morning I made the call that night, 2 a.m. Mike and Quan, 16th Ave and 19th Street shot dead. 6 a.m. Saturday morning bowl of Captain Crunch cartoons. 8 a.m. green uniform. Knock on the door. I felt like I was being rescued. Don't thank me for my service. The other day I saw a photo that shot me back to being Kevlar covered, AR-15 armed, learning shoots in a mask for definite enemy kills. With this photo, desert uniform patrols standing around tank-mounted rock, but these were not soldiers, these were cops. Corporate camouflage, rubber-toothed hounds on wounded knee, dedicated to serve and protect water. It's been approximately 4 years, 10 months, 16 weeks, and 15 seconds since Flint, Michigan had potable water for infants and pregnant women. Don't thank me for my service. The other day, while walking with my daughter, she asked me if I thought she would live to see 20. Silence. I can't say exactly why. Was I silent too long because of the present police state of America? Was it the up-and-coming election? Was I silent because a 14-year-old girl just asked me if I thought she would live to see 20? Before I got around to answering her question, she said, I don't think I'm going to live to see 20. The world is already a bad place. Both presidential candidates are bad people, and I think Trump is going to win, and it will be the end of America. I live in a world where my 13-year-old girl told me she has no hope, no faith in her daddy protecting her, keeping her safe. Don't thank me for my service. Strolling through social media is constantly being accosted by some algorithm set to show me the most deplorable parts of my country. Can't wait until people on welfare get their Trump work boots. No more free phones. Finally, a woman with class back in the White House instead of an 8 with high heels. Fourth graders chant, build that wall to Hispanic students. We made the White House wide again. And somebody had the nerve to ask me why my daughter feels threatened. 456 hate crimes reported 3 weeks after the election. Don't hate me for my service. The other day, a friend responded to me about her father meeting her with a wall of silence. I wrote back, I'm sorry. I know how silence is in father-daughter relationships firsthand. My daughter asked me if she thought she would live to see 20. I stayed silent too long. She broke the silence before I could, breaking my heart with it. I heard hope, muffled under feather pillows, struggle to take its last breath in that silence. Sometimes I feel Desert Storm stupid putting my life on the line in service for people to hate. In service for people to hate me. Oh, you voted Trump. Please, don't thank me for my service.